guys, it's Erica with Seldom Saints, and in today's video we are going to be talking about setting up your printer settings in Adobe Photoshop for sublimation. So every printer and every ink system is going to yield different results. I specifically am using Adobe Photoshop with Cobra inks and an Epson printer. So if you have a different ink company like Cosmo Inks or Ink Pro or anything else, your results could be a little bit different. But this is a pretty good general guideline using Adobe Photoshop. Okay, so before we jump in, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I will start making videos. I'm shooting between 2 to 3 videos a week. And also, do not forget to hit the notification bell. It lets you know every time I upload a new video. All right, without further ado, let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is bring up Photoshop. And we're just going to go ahead and create new. And just for demonstration purposes, you guys can click on custom. You can input the exact size. I'm just going to leave this, you know, if you're, I mean, sometimes it's easier, like if the paper size is, let's say, 11 by 17, and it's in inches, as you can see right here. So we'll go ahead and create. So now I have my paper, you could say, and we'll go ahead and bring in our image. You're always, when using sublimation, you're always going to want to use a PNG. So to bring in an image, you're going to go to File, and I'm so used to using the short keys. We're going to go Place Embedded. Takes me a second when I use like these file menus because I'm so used to the shortcut keys. Let's go ahead and bring in that's hard to see, that one. Okay, we'll go ahead and bring this one in. That works perfect. So you're going to click Place. And let's go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. Well, this image is distorted, so, oh no, it's good. So we're going to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger, and the shortcut keys that I use are Command T, and that, if you just click on the corners, if you can see how it's zooming in and out, you can move it around on the page. You also want to make it the size that your project is. So if you notice in the corner where I'm moving it, it's saying the inches. Right now it's currently 6 inches wide by 6 inches in height. You can just make it to whatever project you want. So we'll go ahead and leave it about right there. And you go ahead and push enter for the box to go away. So now that you have that, we're going to go into our printer settings. Okay, you're going to go into File, Print, and then we'll go ahead and drag this down. We got to adjust the settings because it was off from the last thing I printed. So you can change the layout from landscape to portrait, or this is landscape, this is portrait, I'm sorry. So we're going to do it in portrait mode. Bring this down, you just click and drag. And then this is the correct printer. It's my Epson Workforce 7610. I want 1 copy. We'll go ahead and click Print Settings. And I just have it on where it presets. It says Default Settings. Copies 1, paper size. This is where you can go ahead and change it. We're going to do 11 by 17. And right here where it says Layout, if you go down to Print Settings, it'll show you. You can use the paper cassette or the rear paper. Mine's in the paper cassette. The media type, I use premium presentation paper mat. And then print quality, you're going to want to do normal. I click mirror image. That way the image is mirrored and I don't have to worry about manually going in and mirroring the image. The printer will basically do it. So you go ahead and so that's all good. Another thing you want to look at is color options. This is really important. So I use manual settings, and you want to make sure that is on Adobe RGB, and the gamma is 2.2. Go ahead and click save. Oh, I don't know what happened just now. Let's fix that. Paper size. Oh, the paper size is wrong. Let's fix the paper size. I don't know why it's like that. We'll just go up here and do 11 by 17. I apologize. It said, I don't know if you guys noticed, it had said when I clicked on this 11 by 17, it says 4.28 by 106 inches. So that's completely off. Just use whatever paper size. You could be using like US letter, which is 8.5 by 11, or I think another common size is 13 by 19. This is 11 by 17. You can go ahead and just I always double check my settings just to make sure. So in print settings, again, these are all good. It's mirrored. You can go back into the color options, manual settings, Adobe RGB 2.2. Everything looks good to me. So we'll go ahead and click save. And if you notice over here on the left-hand side, right where my cursor is, this is your boundary. You don't want to go over that. And wherever you put this on your paper is where it's going to print. Also, if you take your mouse, you can shrink it bigger and smaller on here. The dimensions it's saying right now is like 15 by 10. That's not what the actual size of this image is. It's just because there's a lot of extra blank space on this specific image. Yours could vary. So I'm just going to go ahead and center it. And then you're going to want to make sure where it says color handling, printer manages color, normal printing, and I leave mine on perpetual and everything else stays the same. And then you're going to want to go ahead and push print. And right here, it's letting me know that it's pretty much working. At least I think it's working. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to find my printer, but right now it's looking for the printer, and that's pretty much all there is to it though about setting up. Every time that I've used that color profile with those settings, and I use Epson paper, Epson Sublimation paper, I've yielded amazing results. And then, of course, when it comes to the project, your time and temperature is going to vary anyways. So if you guys have any questions at all about setting anything up in Photoshop or you're having any difficulties, go ahead and leave a comment and I will try and respond to you as quickly as I can. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.